Hi there, Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent licensed in all 50 states, top independent agent in the country, and more importantly, the tallest. So, if you're keeping score. Yes, this is just one more of my Stan the Annuity Man shirts. Producer, I'm going to show them the back if that's okay. This is what happens, late life crisis, kids are out of the home, got nothing to do. You just design t-shirts and Adidas gear. That's what you do. Hey, we're talking about long-term care riders on annuities. Hot topic. Sometimes the facts get in the way of the sales pitch, of which I'm here for. Isn't that what you expect out of Stan the Annuity Man, no last name? Of course it is. That's where we're headed. All right, so long-term care riders, but a side story. There was a few years ago that I went to my wife, the lovely Christine, married 37 years, and said, is there any possibility that you would change your name to the Annuity Man, like the last name? So it'd be Christine the Annuity Man, Stan the Annuity Man, like formally. I thought it was like a PR genius moment that you filmed the court hearings, you show the paperwork, but I know you're not going to believe this, but she did not buy that one. But you know what? I still think it's a good marketing idea. Christine the Annuity Man. I mean, hey, it's all about marketing, right? So let's talk about long-term care riders. This one frosts my cookie, okay? This one makes me mad because fixed annuities are issued at the state level, okay, by life insurance companies. Long-term care insurance, that's again, life insurance companies issue fixed annuities. Long-term care is a health insurance product. It's not a life insurance product, it's a health insurance product. It needs to be underwritten. They need to ask probing questions like, are you healthy? I always tell people call me up there like 78 years old and go, I'm looking for some long-term care. I'm like, you do have to remember that they're trying to insure young, healthy people, right? So you might not find the pricing you want at age 78. But the point is, there's a lot of yahoos out there, Yahoo agents. How about that, producer? Yahoo agents that are like, I got this annuity, gives upfront bonuses, got market upside with no downside, and it's got a long-term care rider. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of crapola. You need a courtesy flush after that one, if you know what I mean, okay? There's no way to issue a fixed annuity with a long-term care rider, okay? So if Johnny Appleseed agent is saying that, he's an idiot, okay? Or giving him some grace, which I always do, he's pushing the truth a little bit. All right? If you need long-term care, I will refer you to the best long-term care person in the country. Period. I will do that. Why? Because it's a health insurance product. It's not a life insurance product. So Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states, top independent agent in the country, and the tallest. What's this agent talking about then? What's he talking about with long-term care riders? First of all, he's not talking about the truth, but what he's trying to get you to believe is that without any underwriting, without any questions, you can get this coverage. Now stop for a second. If it sounds too good to be true, it is every single time with annuities? Yes, you are correct. What they're talking about is what's called confinement care riders. Okay? Confinement care, right? It's not long-term care. Why? It's not a health insurance product. The best long-term care coverage is health insurance long-term care. And there's 4 or 5 different types over there. I don't sell that. I'll refer you to that. I don't sell that. They're talking about confinement care. Confinement care, and you know me, I have these little sayings. Here's my saying for a confinement care rider. When you get sicker, you get your money back quicker. That's all it is. They just go, if you can't do 2 of the 6 daily functions of life, which is feed yourself, clothe yourself, bathe yourself, I can keep going, but it gets depressing. First of all, life sucks. Second of all, you're getting ready to die. And because you're getting ready to die, don't argue with me on that, please. Just stop. They're going to give you money back quicker because you're sicker. That's not a benefit. Okay? Now, who would buy that Stan the Annuity Man? Whoever doesn't qualify for long-term care, the traditional type, and the other 3 types, in addition to the traditional type, comes back here and says, Well, that's all I got, Stan. Okay, great. Then that's all we got. But understand when you get sicker, you get your money back quicker. Understand that it's not that big time of a benefit. Just understand that. And throw out the upfront bonus and all that nonsense that Johnny Appleseed agent's telling you. If he says, I got this annuity with a long-term care rider, stop. There's actually what's called long-term care annuities, but they're a insurance product. So this hybrid thing, and agents love to use the word hybrid. You know, hybrid's a plant, hybrid's a car, hybrid can even be a mattress I saw the other day. It's a hybrid mattress, and I'm like, what the hell? It's got plants in it or something? But hybrid's not an annuity. Hybrid's a sales pitch. Hybrid's crap. Hybrid's a courtesy flush, if you know what I mean. You know, you're in the airport bathroom, you don't know the other guy on the side, you go, hey brother, courtesy flush. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but I need to, these long-term care riders are talking about, they're not long-term care unless they're on a health insurance annuity, long-term care annuity, long-term care annuity. This one blows the top of my head off. Because people will say, well, you know, and this is horrific. I canceled my long-term care and I got the long-term care rider with the upfront bonus. Oh my gosh, that is so bad. So who buys that? I always say, you know, going back to the South, if you're drinking a bottle of Jack Daniels a day and smoking a carton of Lucky Strikes or Camel No Filter, you know what I mean? Then that's for you, because you're never going to get that. Then that's all you got. That doesn't mean you buy it, because once again, what does it mean? When you get sicker, say it again, all together now, you get your money back quicker. That's it. That's all. They're giving your money back quicker because you're getting ready to die. Okay, that's fine. If you understand the rules, that's fine. But remember, long-term care, having gotten here because I'm not a tax advisor, but there's tax benefits for long-term care because it's a health insurance product, okay? I hate to be so animated about this, but there's some crapola being sold over here. There's some unicorns chasing butterflies over here. So once again, if someone says long-term care, then you're going to have to answer questions if you're getting real long-term care. If this Johnny Appleseed or Joanne Appleseed agent says, no, it's guaranteed issue. Guaranteed issue long-term care? No such thing, player. No such thing. All right? You can go to my site and we'll run quote. If you say, please run the confinement care quotes for us, we'll run the confinement care quotes for us. And then we'll explain them to you in English, easy to understand, Southern English, so that you can make a good decision. But you'll know that it's not long-term care. Do me a favor, up above me, above the halo, see that halo? There's a link, hit that link. You're going to like this video because I get down and dirty and personal and tell you about the Annuity Man story, which is pretty cool, actually. It's pretty cool. And I'm proud of what we built. I'd love for you to be our client. If not, that's fine too. I appreciate you turning on the video and having some fun with me. Hopefully I put a smile on your face, but also hope you got some education along the way so you don't fall for these sales pitches that are out there. All right? Good. I'm Stan the Annuity Man. See you next time.